Nobody tells you how awkward it is to talk to yourself on camera. But here it goes. So I've decided to do a figure competition. And for those of you who don't know what that means, it means in 5 months, on my 35th, yikes, birthday, I'm gonna get on stage in a bedazzled bikini with some clear plastic heels with hopefully the best physique of my life and prance around in front of other competitors and some judges and hopefully bring home some hardware. So why am I doing this? 2020 has been a wild ride, obviously, and there were some positives though for me out of it, and one of those I think was I was able to slow down when we were forced to stay at home from work and really focus on my health. So I've always been someone who loves to work out, and that's never really been the problem for me. It's just all of the other aspects of health that I was kind of neglecting. So last winter, all of my jobs kind of converged at once, and I was really overwhelmed and really stressed. So when we were forced to stay at home, I slept better, I was taking my vitamins, I was fasting every day until noon or 1 p.m. But one of the things that I did was I woke up and every day I went and I got on the treadmill. And I was on there for like an hour or so, and that gradually became running. And I used to be a runner, and I got into running again, and I developed some really good habits. And so when we went back to work in July, I felt like I had a better grasp on my boundaries. And I went to all my supervisors in my jobs and I said, hey, this is something that's really important to me, is making the time to work out and eat and making sure that I sleep and making sure I kind of keep my stress at bay. And everybody was on board. And so what that also allowed me to do is say no to a lot of things. Like, actually, I need 30 minutes in my day to go for a run. So I started running a lot more, and I was running 35 to 45 miles a week, and I was feeling awesome. And I'm the type of person who needs something to train for. I guess I won't say need, I want something to train for. I love having something that I can kind of like laser my focus into. So I started looking at triathlons because 4 years ago in 2016 I did a half Ironman, and it was a great experience, but I feel like I'm older and wiser now and I could have an even better experience. But every race that I was looking for was getting canceled. So I started thinking about other things that I could do, like physical challenges, workout challenges. And the one thing that kept coming up is the only thing in that realm that I haven't checked off yet, and that's a figure show. So something that I do when I get an idea, and if you know me, you know I'm an idea factory, and maybe 1 out of every 10 are good. But I make myself like marinate on these ideas before I tell anybody about them. And so I give myself a window, and this time I gave myself 3 weeks. So I said, in 3 weeks, if I still think this is a good idea, I'm going for it. And throughout that 3 weeks, all I could think about was how much I wanted to do this and push myself and see what I could do. So when 3 weeks was up, I contacted a coach. I signed a contract and had a show picked out within like 3 days. So that's kind of where we're at now. The show is on May 1st. It's in Richmond. It's on my birthday. I'll be 35. I will be competing as a masters athlete. Yeah, I don't feel old, but maybe it'll give me a leg up on my competition. But I'm sure there's gonna be some super badass older ladies there who want to take the trophy. So this is just for me to document the whole experience and be able to look back on it and kind of see what I went through and what worked and what didn't work, and just basically how it went. I've been through some really tough things in my life, and when I'm going through the trenches, I always think about those experiences and how this is not the toughest thing I've ever been through. What about this and what about this? And through those experiences, I would have loved to have like a journal or something to document so that I could look back and say like, no, actually this is how it went. So this is kind of what this vlog is. Most of you know that I love doing things with the camera. I'm never in front of the camera, so this is new for me. And yes, I know I have braces now. When I get up on stage, it doesn't matter how jacked I am, I will still look 12. But 2020 for me has been a year of doing things for myself, and I've wanted straight teeth for a long time, so this is what we've got. So this is the home gym. This is an 18 by 22 foot just metal building that we've taken and put insulation in, made it look pretty, really filled it with all kinds of toys. So just kind of show you what we got. So obviously dumbbells are huge for any home gym. Treadmill is huge. Having a heater is huge because, like for instance right now it's colder in here than it is outside. And that's probably because the door's not insulated, and I'm gonna work on that very soon. But it does get cold in here. That's probably the main reason why I have other gym memberships. One time last winter, I was going like this, like blowing in my hands to keep my hands warm, went to grab the dumbbells, and when I went to set it down, the moisture had stuck my skin to the dumbbell, so that was unpleasant. And I decided I would only come back when it was a little bit warmer. But through the pandemic, this has been awesome, obviously. The treadmill here, real nice convenience piece is the shelf. So put your iPad on here, you can watch film, you can watch YouTube, Netflix, whatever, and it makes the cardio go by so quickly. Three-way box, it's kind of fun, helpful. And then the rig, so you can do anything here. We can do pull-ups, we got some ab stuff. Obviously the barbell, I've had this barbell for like 5 or 6 years. Got it as a birthday present. Most amazing gift ever. Some bumpers and a pretty cheap adjustable incline bench. I should get a new one because it's a piece of junk, but it gets the job done. So, another thing that gets the job done but isn't the best piece of equipment is this plate-loaded cable setup. Got some adjustments for that. Attachments for that. But it works pretty well. You sometimes gotta put some oil in it. It's kind of like me. Takes a while to get going because it's old and creaky and has bad joints. I would love a selectorized cable machine. Can't find one. Of course, the best thing about having your own gym is this is a dog-friendly gym. So Piper, the princess, has a place, her own bed. And then, of course, have a bike here. I don't use it that much because my heart rate just doesn't get up that much on the bike. And then, of course, Backbone vest. Okay, this is my company. I sell these. We manufacture, work with a manufacturer, and we sell these. You can load these up with the change plates, and this will pump your heart up pretty good. So I do get to still use this during my prep, which is awesome because I love it. It's got a pocket here, like if you're going for a walk or a hike, you can put your keys, your phone, your headphones, whatever you need in there, and then you just load the weights from the bottom. I'll probably do another video just on that, but it's good that I can still use it. It's covered in chalk, because I'm that kind of girl. One of the most important things to have, I think, in a home gym are these bands. So I've got 2 different sets of bands. I've got these, this kind of mimics like the crossover symmetry that you see for like $300. I think we got these for like 50 bucks off of Amazon, but they came with these handles and you can do literally anything with these. But I also have these bands, so there's 4 different resistance levels for these, and I love these. I use these every day. Sometimes I use these for like lat pull downs and things instead of the cables because they're so cranky. But I love these. If I had to only invest in one thing for the pandemic, it would probably be this set of bands. And I think they were like $35, $40 on Amazon. You can just get little handles to go with them because like I said, these came with these bands. But If you only had one thing to get besides a backbone plate carrier, I would get these bands. If we're gonna get locked up, stay at home, ordered again. So this is quite possibly my favorite thing to do in Southwest Virginia. Get some coffee, get out in the woods, go hiking. There's beautiful trails up here. It's amazing. Fresh air. It's perfect.